Hey, what's up guys? Back with another video, and Valve opens up a Steam Deck and they explain why you shouldn't. So basically Valve opened up the Steam Deck and they tore it all the way down, and they showed that there's this M.2 slot in the bottom center left side right here we can see, and they're basically saying that you shouldn't add in an extra M.2 even though it's possible, because the heat and thermals are designed to not have that M.2 in there. So they don't want you to put in an M.2 and it runs at like 40 or 50 Celsius, and then you overheat the Steam Deck. And then, they say that they're going to give people access to replacement parts, thumbsticks, SSDs, and more in the coming months. So it could be that they want a specific M.2 SSD being put into the Steam Deck. So if you want to upgrade your SSD storage, they have the slot, and maybe they want to sell you a specific M.2 that's designed for the Steam Deck, and they don't want you to just buy one. Dell for a while was selling these smaller M.2s, and people were buying them up because they wanted to buy them before the Steam Deck even came out. So, a bunch of people bought 512, 256, and 1 terabyte M.2s that fit the Steam Deck spec even before they knew that the Steam Deck, even if it had a specific requirement or not. I don't even know. Nobody knows at this point, even if the Dell M.2s that people bought and, bought up the 1 terabyte or the 512 gigabyte modules, if those are even going to work in the Steam Deck. They probably will. But, Valve did this teardown. It was kind of interesting to see. The thumbsticks, the joysticks are modular, so those can be taken out. They're just a single PCB. And it looks like it's a repairable console, and it's not that difficult to get to this M.2 slot, but Valve is saying don't do it. We'll have to see. Maybe people can put M.2s in there and it's not that big of a problem. But the big issue that I see is that you have right here you have the processor right here, and so this is the APU, so it's going to be the processor and the GPU, and most likely. And so it goes to this copper heat pipe, and then it gets exhausted out the back of the Steam Deck. So if you're getting more heat here, that heat could bleed over into the APU, and it could cause thermal issues. And maybe that's why they're saying that you can't just mod it and add in your own M.2, and maybe they have a specific M.2 in mind. Maybe, just thinking off the top of my head, that might be what they're thinking, but who knows. But switching gears, there's also The Witcher, and The Witcher is shown here. This is from CD Projekt Red, and it's running, and it looks like it's running pretty well on the Steam Deck. They didn't say what, they're running at 1280 by 800, but they're not saying exactly what they're running at. They're running at low, they're running at medium, they're running at high. That's not explained, so not really sure what they're running here. If they're running, medium preset, I don't know The Witcher well enough to say, but it looks smooth. I mean, it looks like 40 to 60 frames per second. It looks really smooth. Maybe it's 60. I can't really say, but whatever it is, it looks stable. So that's good. So for people who are the fans of The Witcher, they have tons of footage here of them just running through the game. And they're running in forested areas. They're running around, looks like Novigrad in the first one. So, yeah, it's great. It looks like the Witcher 3 is going to run no problem on the Steam Deck. So, from the leaked benchmarks that I reported earlier, and from what CD Projekt Red is showing here, pretty much you can throw any game at the Steam Deck with a few exceptions, and it should be able to run it. I mean, you're not going to be able to run Apex or some of the free-to-play games that require special anti-cheat software, but pretty much any single-player game, you can throw it at the Steam Deck and it's going to be able to play it. So very exciting. That's it for this one, guys. Like, subscribe, and comment on games that you're excited about for the Steam Deck, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.